Hello everyone, my name is Evgenia and I'm ICF certified career coach and mentor. And welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video and I'm very happy to kick it off with one of my favorite topics. And today we will be talking about the 3 pillars of successful career. In my opinion, it's very challenging to build a career that would satisfy you, that you would be happy in, and that you feel self-realization without understanding and without going in deeply into these 3 parameters. Today we will be talking about personal and professional values, about strengths, it also can be called talents, and about long-term career vision. And in the description of the video I gave a secret file with exercises that help you to understand what are your values, what are your talents, and how to formulate and how to understand your career vision. Well, let's get started. Let's start with the values, personal and professional, and here is a spoiler. Usually the personal values are the same as professional values. The thing is that we are the same person that stays at home with the husband, with the kids, with our dogs, and the one that goes to work and interact with colleagues, with the boss, and maybe with students. And in reality, what is important for us at home, the same things are important for us at the workplace. Just think about it for a second. There are few reasons why I'm insisting so much on understanding your personal and professional values. First of all, it promotes motivation. We strive to work on the topic where we see the meaning, in which we see the meaning. We never want to do something that we don't see any point in, right? Sometimes it can be called laziness, that we're reluctant to working on something that we don't want on. Actually, laziness is a good protection mechanism for that. And the meaning, this importance, it's very, very much related to the values and what is important and valuable for us. Also, the personal values can help to make a choice. Our values are internal criteria and they serve as a compass for making the decisions. With some of the clients, we create a table, it's called multi-criteria decision analysis. It also can be used in the companies to make decisions. And as criteria, we list the values. And we rank options, for example, career options or offers that my client got, and we rank them based on the client values. Maybe also you heard the stories like from the outside seems that the person has it all, has a very good education, PhD in the top university, great career path, maybe great position right now in a very big company with a lot of money, but that person actually feels that something is wrong, and that most likely means that inner values are not aligned with environment. And the understanding what is important and what is missing, this would be the criteria, so-called happiness criteria. Also, understanding personal professional values builds inner support in us. That I see with a lot of my clients. Once we work on it and at the end of the session they have a list which they believe in, they communicate those values to their colleagues, to the people around, to their boss even, and that creates a list of non-negotiables for them. For example, they now know for which job they would not agree on because it just does not feel right, and something is not working for them, and the something is non-negotiable for them. And of course it builds inner strengths that you can stand behind your decision. Let's move on and discuss the personal strengths. In coaching, strengths is the repetitive patterns of behavior that help you to cope with tasks. Here we don't talk about hard skills like coding or knowing some analysis, for example. This is not the point of the discussion. Strengths is the way you used to work in some specific particular situations. Why is it so important to understand your strengths and base your work on the strengths? First, it's reduce overall energy consumption. Wow, now I have flashbacks to my startup on the green energy. Usually when we work based on our strengths or based on our talents, this is something that we do naturally well, and you don't need to put so much effort in that. And actually here is why we often don't value our talents, we don't notice them. Because somehow, especially in the post-Soviet countries, it's very important to work hard to achieve your goals, to do it with all the sweat around, and only after this you can say, well done, deserved. But in my opinion, that is wrong approach. We actually should notice more those behaviors, those patterns that goes easier for us, and build our working day on those instead of pushing you for the ways not right for you. And here, working on our strengths that help us to achieve our goal faster, because it's not only easier for us to do, but it's also gives the better results. Here also I have this flashback to the post-Soviet schools where the students get a teacher on the subjects that they are worse in. For example, if I'm not good in math, my parents would give me a teacher on math so that I can bring it up to the decent level. But it's very rare that we were given a teacher for the subjects we are good at. And in adult life, I propose to change this approach. And if you understand that you are for example, very structured person, you like to plan things in advance and execute according to the plan, maybe you should learn the project management approach and become a project manager. I mean, this is a very bold example, but that's how it works. So you have this inner ability in you to be in a certain way. You can put a theory on it and become extra good. If you are good in communication with people, you can read emotions, you can see how people feel or what's their needs. Maybe you can go further and take a communication lessons, or maybe coaching. Coaching is also communication. And you again put a theoretical frame on your natural skills, and then would give you much faster and better and easier way to achieve your goals. Here is a remark that we can achieve the same goal by different ways, right? For example, if we need to make a presentation, we will all build our presentation on different features. Some of us would make great slides, some of us would make a very funny story, some of us would make a good contact with audience and make this presentation interactive even without slides. So here, this is an example, right? How can we achieve the same goal with a different approach? And I propose to find an approach that is based on your strengths and leverage it. And another very, very important thing that I want to mention about the personal strengths is that we would have the control over our results and over our achievements. With a lot of new clients, I see that their success happens with them. They were lucky, then the team worked very well, they were at the right time, at the right place. And at the beginning, it's very difficult to see our own actions that brought to the specific result. And with my clients, we dedicate the 90 minutes specifically on this topic. We analyze in details what we do and how we do it. This is very important to understand that you are responsible for your success and you can repeat it. You can do the same actions the same way and achieve the same results, so that you actually have control over it. It's not just some magic around going on and you are lucky. And this also contributes a lot to the inner support that you have, that you know that you can repeat the same stuff. Let's go to the next one. Third is the long-term career goal or long-term career vision. I prefer to call it as a vision, but not a goal, because what is meant under this, it cannot be described with the SMART approach, and it's very important to formulate it at ecological or eco-friendly way, so that it's not becoming frames for you, but becoming a direction. First of all, I would not recommend to formulate a long-term career vision through the company name or a position name. For example, should not sound as I want to work as a partner at McKinsey. That is too narrow. That's you do not have control over this goal. Here is not everything depends on you, whether you can get this role or not. And if you don't get it, but you get I don't know, partner at BCG, what that means? That you didn't achieve your goal? No. The way I recommend, and you would see it again in the file at the description, and my suggestion would be to formulate it using your personal values on what would you like to work, and then how would you like to work. That's your personal strengths. Which experience that you would like to use in it, maybe your past experience or the future experience that you need to gather, and which environments you need for that. That's where your values and strengths are blooming the best. Why I think it is so important? First, you will get a meaning. You would understand which experience you need to gain from this particular position, and you could choose the projects accordingly. You can discuss with your colleagues and with your boss to get exactly what you need from this position. You can align your projects based again on the experience that you would like to gain here. Also, the long-term vision would serve as a beacon in a time of changes. I'm not the first and the last person to tell you that we are living in crazy times, and I see a lot of people changing the direction very fast and often randomly without any strategy behind. You would not need to think, oh shit, which courses shall I take? Shall I learn programming now, or shall I go study Photoshop, or what is the next job, the next profession that would be the most valuable? Shall I learn AI now, or what shall I do? So having the vision you truly believe in would give you this direction, which courses to take, how to slightly pivot from your original goal, and that's okay to pivot, but not randomly doing steps that are not correlated with each other. And the last thing what is important for me to mention is uncertainty gives us a lot of stress. That is right for most of the people. And having long-term vision breaks this vicious cycle of not knowing where to go. That gives you confidence in knowing what you're doing, and this reduces stress drastically. So it's not only actually to choose the right education, right jobs, right project, but it's for your mental health. Having some certainty in your life now, it's very, very important, and it's very, very helpful. I hope that this overview on the 3 pillars for successful career was helpful for you, and you got some food for thoughts, and maybe you got some ideas how can you introduce your values and strengths into your day-to-day life. I would be happy to see your comments, your feedback, and check in the video description the secret files with the exercises on how to understand your personal values, strengths, and how to define and formulate the first edition of your long-term career vision. My next videos will be dedicated to each pillar separately, and we will discuss how to identify them and how to introduce them in your day-to-day life and in your job. See you! Bye!